Okay, this is going to be a second try on filming a video at the Assumption Catholic Church Belltower. It's just after 5 o'clock. I've just gotten off of work and I am filming here because this is the inspiration for my book cover. The artist took an image of this bell tower and created it into the book cover image, which you will find on my blog, and I will link to that below. I don't normally make videos on Monday, and I know I haven't been making videos very long, but Sunday is my day because it's kind of the only free day that I have in the week. But I was inspired to make a video today because today is a local holiday known as Parade Day, when all the schools shut down and businesses shut down. And when I first moved to Roswell, I'm not a Roswell native, I moved here from Socorro, and I was a little surprised one day when I went to work and the roads were all closed, and I might have even been a little bit late. I'm not the type of person who is ever late, so that was not very much fun for me to be late to work, but I had no idea what was happening. I had no idea that all the roads would be closed and that I would have to take this circuitous route to get to work. But now I'm aware, and I actually did go to work today. I was given the option to go to the parade if I wanted to, but I don't know, I just felt like I didn't need to go to the parade. I've been a number of times over the years, and I didn't want to go. It is fun. It's a local thing, you know, where you have all the school bands and all the cheerleading teams. I've never seen a town with so many cheerleading teams, and maybe that's because there are so many middle schools and there are only two high schools, but it seems like every school has a cheer squad, and some of them look quite young to me, so I don't even think all of them are in middle school, but it's kind of neat to see, you know, girls like tumbling, little girls tumbling up the street. It's a fun thing, and obviously there's going to be bands and businesses, and I know the All Saints Catholic School had a float, and so it's a fun thing, and it is for the fair, and the fair is also a big deal here because we are an agricultural area, and so the fair is always going to be a big thing, and the fair is really fun. There are usually bands, Mexican bands. There was a band a couple years ago of, I think they look like high school kids, but once you get over the age of 40, it's really hard to tell whether somebody's 16 or 26, I don't know, but they looked like very young kids, and they were very impressive. I'm not always impressed by the bands at the fair because, you know, they don't have any of the bigger bands playing, but they'll usually have a couple of good Mexican style bands, and you know, I'm into that. I even have my accordion shirt on today. I don't know why I decided to wear it today. I don't usually wear it to the office, but I will whenever I feel like I can get away with it. Dress it up with some slacks or something, because it's just a t-shirt with an accordion on it. Anyway, you know, my obsession with accordions, and so this is my favorite shirt to wear when I'm not on at work. But I thought it would be a fairly slow day today, so I thought I could get away with it. I'm using since this was just an inspiration to do this, I'm just holding my phone, which is not optimal for filming, but it will have to do for today. In addition to the bands, of course, you know, there's always the disgusting fair food, I guess you could say. I almost never will stand in line for curly fries, but there's usually something else that's pretty good, like carne asada fries, or maybe just regular old al pastor tacos are pretty good. But mostly I like to go to the fair for the displays. I like the artwork, I like the quilting, I like all the canned things and the vegetables, those giant squashes that it's clear that somebody just let their squash grow and grow and grow without picking it, and that doesn't always make the best squash, but I guess you can get a blue ribbon in the fair for a giant zucchini, even if it doesn't taste that great. I mean, there has to be some criteria for judging, but I know that when I've let my garden zucchinis go and they get really big, they're kind of woody and they don't taste as good, but I love it. I love seeing all the vegetables, I love seeing the quilts, I love seeing the pies, and and all of that. The artwork, I like that. But I have to admit, my favorite is they have this entire room at the fair that has this giant train set, and I absolutely love it. I always wanted a train set when I was a child, but we didn't have a lot of money, so it was not something that I was ever going to get. And you know, train, it's one thing to buy a train and tracks, but you can't leave it like that. You have to have mountains, and you have to have tunnels, and you have to have villages, and you know, like little firehouses and fire trucks and the churches, and you have to have everything. And I just love train sets. I don't know that I will ever have a train set because all of my hobbies tend to be very expensive, and I think my hobby for accordions trumps everything else. So if I ever spend lots of money on a hobby, it's going to be that. You know, like I have my eye on all kinds of different accordions that I want to purchase, like a Cantabella. They have a wooden accordion that's absolutely beautiful. It sounds wonderful too. And so that's on my list someday. All my hobbies, everything that I enjoy in life that I have an aesthetic appreciation for, are expensive things, like classic cars. I love classic cars. Always loved classic cars. I always wanted a classic old truck. So in that sense, I have to live vicariously through my book characters, who, like my most recent book, The Delivery Man, he drives a 1978 Silverado. Because I would like to have a 1978 Silverado. I think that would be beautiful. But again, a very expensive hobby, especially if you're going to maintain it and fix it up and make it beautiful, because it's all about the beauty of it. And I guess with the train set, writing books is about the same, because I can create a whole village. You know, I even if I use Roswell as a backdrop, I invent a lot of the architecture, and I put some familiar landscapes in there too. But I do a fair amount of invention. And so I guess that's what I have to do. I have to live vicariously through that instead of actually getting a train set, an expensive train set. When I look at all these hobbies that I have, and I really think it's, or the hobbies that I would like to have if I had the money, I think it has to do with the beauty and design elements. I'm not a visual artist, but I grew up with a father who's a visual artist and an engineer. So I think that all of those design and beauty elements really appeal to me. And I'm going to say one last thing before I stop this video, and then I'll just post it, because I don't need to make a long video today. My book cover, which is of this Belltower with a beautiful dragonfly, which again, beauty and aesthetic right there, was done by she was originally a quilter, and she's really just a mixed media artist. She does just about everything, and she's a friend from Roswell. She's from Roswell, and originally she moved out of state a few years ago. But she's originally from here, and we're good friends. We talk a lot we do video calls. And when I was looking at her designs for her quilts that she'd done recently, gosh, my arm's getting tired. This is why I need to be prepared when I make videos, so I can have something to hold the phone instead of my poor tired arm, because I've been working all day. Not that I use my arms much when I work, but I did do a strength training workout this morning, so yeah, my arms are kind of tired from that. They should be strong from that. I should be able to hold the phone for a long time because of that, but no, whatever. But anyway, she has these beautiful designs for her quilts that she does, and when I saw those, I thought to myself, it was just an inspiration. And sometimes I think these inspirations just come directly from God. I really believe that. I thought, you know, she could make my book cover, and I asked her if she would do it. And of course, she's never made a book cover, but she's a design person, so she has a design program. And I think it's been really fun. I hope it's been fun for her, but it's been fun for me watching her create it. And I'm also having her make me a quilt, which is even more amazing, because I'm going to have a quilt of my book cover. Eventually, I'm going to have that on my wall, and I'm going to have her beautiful artwork, and I think that's great. And so I'm, like I said, I will put a link to my blog so you can look at my book cover. Gosh, you know, I was talking about dragonflies, and on the book cover, there's a big dragonfly in front of the bell tower, but I keep seeing dragonflies go by. Dragonflies have been haunting me for months. I say haunting me, I mean, whatever. We have lots of dragonflies in Roswell. We even have a dragonfly festival near here, but gosh, the dragonflies have been everywhere, and I see them everywhere, and it's like they're my friends, so that's why they're on the book cover. Anyway, I will stop this video now, and like I said, I'll put the link to my blog below, and like and subscribe as usual, and I'll see you again. Thanks for watching.